Hello, and welcome to another adult book talk hosted by the Grandview Heights Public Library. We do these every Wednesday, so thank you for tuning in. My name is Courtney. I'm a library associate here at the library, and I have a couple new adult fiction books to share with you that I really enjoyed. They were actually both my vacation reads, and they were fantastic vacation reads. They were very fun and funny and light and relaxing. So if that's what you're looking for right now, I hope that you will give one of these a try if they sound interesting to you. So my first book to share with you is called If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. There is quite a wait list for it right now, but if you would like to read it right away, you are able to do so. Get the ebook through our Hoopla digital app. But this book, it's the first adult book by Julie Murphy, who's really well known for writing YA books, especially Dumplin', which was adapted by Netflix a couple years ago into a fantastic movie. But this book is part of a brand new series released by Disney's publishing imprint, and they're going to be modern retellings of classic fairy tales adapted for an adult audience. This is the first book to be released in that series, and it is an adaptation of Cinderella. So basically, it stars Cindy, who is a recent fashion school graduate with a real passion for designing shoes. But she's kind of struggling right now because her father passed away a couple years ago, and so she moves home with her stepmother and stepsisters. One of the things I really loved about this book was the relationship between all of them. I think that Julie Murphy did a fantastic job just turning the classic evil stepmother thing on its head. I think all these characters have kind of complicated relationships with each other in some ways, but they're very supportive of each other and they're very loving towards each other. And that really carries throughout the novel and it's just lovely. So anyways, Cindy's stepmother just happens to be the producer for a long-running bachelor-style reality dating show. And she sort of unexpectedly has some spots come open on the season that's just about to start filming. And Cindy and her stepsisters end up getting cast in the show. Cindy has a lot of surprises in store for her. Starting with that the mysterious handsome man that she ran into on the plane home to stay with her family is the bachelor that will be dating all these women on this show. But there's some really lovely play between all of the women contestants, thinking about why they're all there, discussing reality TV and the things that are real about it and the things that aren't. And also Cindy is a plus-size heroine, and her relationship to that and her complicated feelings about sort of becoming a body positivity icon and the way that the world wants to interact with her. It's all handled with a really light touch. Like I said, this is a really fun, comforting, easy read. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it did take some turns that I wasn't always expecting, which was really fun. So my next book for you is called Very Sincerely Yours. It's by Kerry Winfrey, who is a local author, and this book was so much fun. So this book is set in Columbus, and it is about Teddy Phillips is our main character. She has just recently been very unceremoniously dumped by her longtime boyfriend and is sort of in a place where she's questioning a lot of her decisions and trying to figure out what she actually cares about. She's dedicated a lot of her time and energy to helping other people and doing what other people want, and now she's kind of trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life. At the same time, she has had this sort of ongoing fascination with Everett, who is the host of a local children's show. It's sort of a Mr. Rogers style television show. And she sort of on a whim decides to write him an email and ask him sort of for advice. He has a section in his show where he gives kids advice. And so she writes into him. And they started up a correspondence, and it's just very fun. I was drawn into this book immediately because of the letter writing thing. That is one of my favorite tropes. I love books about people writing letters to each other. But what really, really endeared this book to me is how central it is to Columbus, I guess. The characters in this book sort of go all over Columbus, visiting lots of places in Grandview, places that I think would be familiar to a lot of people who live here. And honestly, I made a list. I'm going to try to visit a lot of the places that she mentioned in this book. I think that the author did a really fantastic job of evoking such a strong sense of place in this book, and it was really enjoyable. So those are my 2 recommendations for this week. I hope that you will check them out if you would like. There should be links nearby with ways to place yourself on hold or request copies of these books if you would like to read them. And if you would like your own personalized recommendations, you can go to our website, ghpl.org/nextgreatread, and use our service to have a librarian pick out special books just for you based on what you like to read. So I hope you have a great day, and thanks again for tuning in.